Welcome to part 14 of our holiday of a lifetime. In this video we arrive at Muroran and peer into one of Japan's most active volcanoes. Well, hello, I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome to video 14, which shows our day in Muroran, which is on the island of Hakkaido.
Yeah, the most northern island of Japan.
Yes, and well, it's actually a nice day in Melbourne today, and as we don't get too many nice days this time of year, we thought we'd take advantage of it again, and you can see a little bit more of our backyard.
Muroran is a very industrial area, and it's well known for its steel mills, and also has the largest suspension bridge in the whole of East Japan called Hakkaido Bridge. Our princess tour today was called Cruising Lake Toya and Crater Walk. This was a really long tour, starting at 9 a.m. in the morning and returning back at the ship at 4:30 p.m.
It was a long day.
Yeah, anyway, so we're going to have another lunch provided on this tour.
Which is good. The bus ride was over an hour, so we were advised to have a toilet break. So we stopped at a place called Toyoko.
Yep.
As the tour guide explained, that when we're on the crater walk, there's no toilet, so everyone take advantage of
Yeah,
the
we'd
stop.
been on the bus for nearly an hour anyway.
So she said everyone advised everyone to get off and go to the toilet. But anyway, it turned out to be an actual bonus because this town is really lovely and we managed to see many more cherry blossoms.
Yeah, there's cherry blossoms again, because in northern Japan the cherry blossom season is a little bit later than the southern area, and that was a little bit of a bonus,
it
wasn't
was
it?
wonderful to see our last few cherry blossoms.
We're back on the bus again, and we arrived at Shikutsu Toya National Park and made our way along the Nishiyama Crater Trail. Oh my God, these Japanese words are killing me. Anyway, we actually witnessed the lava damage from the March 2000 eruption, and they'd actually preserved the area. They hadn't actually cleaned it up at all, just to show what
sort of damage?
Yeah, the damage and devastation from the 2000
right.
eruption, which was that was very interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, we were the second of 4 tour buses doing this trip, and as we rounded the bend, we caught up with the first tour bus and a very distraught tour guide.
That's right.
Anyway, apparently the crater trail was closed with the sign saying danger, but
it had a barrier across the whole trail, and they didn't even know that it was actually had been closed.
No warning was sent to them. But anyway, at least half of her tour group just totally ignored the sign and just marched straight up past the barrier. And
they found a little way through the barrier.
And this poor tour guide, she's like, we don't know what's going on up there. And her English wasn't very good anyway. And she's going, we don't know if there's going to be an eruption or anything. So anyway, look, we were very lucky that we had the Princess tour director on our bus, which was very good really, because she got off and she sort of took control of the situation. And now by this stage there was 4 tour guides and there were 4 groups that all arrived. So yeah, it was a bit chaotic, to say the least.
It was a bit. But what was amusing about the whole thing was these lovely ladies. They didn't really know what to do. You know, it was totally out of what they expected to do. Anyway, they started singing, didn't they? So that was fantastic distraction.
They just started singing.
So all of us, everybody took out their cameras and filmed.
Oh gosh.
日本一の山
Anyways, but slowly
Yeah.
people made it back down the track and
And oblivious
just
to the chaos.
nonchalantly
they
came back
caused.
and one didn't even sort of just joined in.
And no
Anyway.
apologies, no nothing. Just well, we're back. Anyway, never mind. We're back on the bus.
Yeah, back on the bus again.
And we drove to Mount Uzu Memorial Park, which is in the national park as well, and walked up Mount Showa Shinzan.
Yeah, well, that was quite close to where the bus was. So it was just a couple of hundred metres away to go. And Showa Shinzan is a volcanic lava dome, actually. And the area originally was lush wheat fields, but in the mid 1940s, some lava broke through the surface of the earth, and the peak actually created. Well, the peak was created through this lava just coming out through the base of the earth, and it's now actually about 1,300 feet high, and still actively.
And it's actually smoking. You
smoking.
can see
we've got
puffs of smoke coming out.
Yeah, we've got little videos of it, so hopefully you can
This is
see
quite
that.
interesting. After our walk back down from that mountain, there was a delicious, authentic Japanese lunch waiting for us called a kamemenshi, which is a traditional rice dish cooked in an iron pot called a kama. And it consists of rice seasoned with soy sauce or mirin and cooked with meats and vegetables.
Wow, it would look fantastic.
Did look beautiful.
Fantastic. Anyway, also on the table, there was this beautiful scallop actually cooking in its shell on a hibachi as well.
Oh gosh, it was delightful, wasn't it?
Oh, look, the lunch was absolutely incredible.
And everybody was saying how wonderful it was.
Oh, look, and it was by far the best lunch that we've had on any of these tours.
Yeah, by far, it was so delicious.
Yeah.
Anyway, after lunch, we took the Uzuzan ropeway tram to the crater summit of Mount Uzu.
And that was fun. That was great.
Oh, it was fantastic, wasn't
Yeah, well,
it?
given your sense of heights or lack of enjoying heights,
Yes.
we were wondering how you would go, but you know,
No, I actually quite liked it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was good.
And this mountain is 2,400 feet above the sea level and is one of the most active volcanoes in Japan.
That's right.
And it's actually erupted 4 times since
1900s.
1900s. Yes,
Yep,
you're
that's
right. The locals have a saying that Mount Uzu never lies and always gives a warning before an eruption.
That's right.
Such as warning tremors.
Warning tremors, and I think they say too that the ground starts to heat up slightly as well. So so.
And because of all these advance warnings, there were no casualties during that last eruption.
No, they managed to get everyone safe.
Yeah.
That's good. After disembarking the tram, we made our way to the first observation deck, which overlooked the Memorial Park, the Mount Showa Shinza and Lake Toya.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful view.
Terrific.
It was lovely. And then after admiring the views, we walked up several hundred steps to the Mount Uzu crater.
Well, that was interesting.
And that's
I had
not
to
even
coach,
an exaggeration.
I had to coach you up those stairs because it was fairly steep, but the what was to be seen is absolutely worth the while going up there. But so I sort of dragged you up there.
We did, and by the time I got to the top, I was too exhausted to enjoy the view.
Yeah, but this was probably my biggest or second most memorable moment of the whole time I ever in Japan, which ranks there with seeing Mount Fuji, was this crater, because it was just a round crater and it was smoking, and there's absolutely no phenomenon like that in Australia at all. So this is something completely new to me and to you, and just to see such sights.
It was very special, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, you can actually walk right down into the crater almost, right, getting really up and close and personal, but we just didn't have the time to do that.
No, it sure didn't allow it.
But what we saw was just amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
So please, if nothing else, ever go and have a look at it.
If you're up that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, after taking the train back down the mountain, we had time to explore the volcanic village, which has about 6 restaurants, souvenir shops, an information centre, and it even has a museum.
Yeah, it's got a little museum. We
That's
popped in and had a look. So.
And there's also a small store selling the most delicious ice creams that we'd ever tasted.
Yeah, you really took a liking to the ice cream and nearly sent me back for a second one.
I know, that was really lovely. And every single person on our bus had an ice cream.
Oh,
they were all walking around with one.
And around where we were, there were many hotels as well, and they basically all book out in winter because Mount Uzu becomes a major international ski resort.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep. Anyway, back on the bus. We made our way to Lake Toya, which is a volcanic caldera. It is one of Hakkaido's most famous spa resorts.
That's right, yes.
And this was also the location of the 2008 G8 summit, which we were quite surprised to hear about.
Yes. Our guide actually remarked that we would see some amazing views from the bus as we were travelling along. So I'm trying to take all these little photos or videos of Mount Yoti. Yoti, is that?
Yeah.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Mount
anyway,
Yoti. Yeah. Anyway, at the lake, we boarded a boat that seriously resembled something like a castle out of Disneyland. Oh, it was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the ferry, I think.
A ferry, oh gosh, it was just like sailing in Disneyland. And we cruised around this, absolutely picture perfect lake. And also we did get amazing views of Mount Yoti, which resembles Mount Fuji. And people often refer to this Mount Yoti as Little Fuji.
Yeah, look, and it was so clear that today we could see everything. There was no
amazing.
clouds.
And it's surprising, it really does.
Yeah,
look like
just
Mount Fuji.
amazing. Then the boat docked at a small island where we enjoyed a quick walk in the forest around there, and sitting in the sunshine. I remember sitting on the seat and just overlooking the lake and everything.
Yeah, it was so peaceful, wasn't it?
It was
really nice.
Superb.
And it was
Loved
a lovely little area that they dropped us off at.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back on land, the other side, we noticed that there were how many vending machines? Heaps.
Vending machines everywhere, wasn't there?
Heaps and heaps and heaps. Anyway, so we had a bit of cash on us, some coins mainly, and we noticed in one of these vending machines a packet of the crisps that we'd bought a few days ago, earlier.
And we mentioned a couple of videos ago.
So that, no, we have to have another bag of these. So with our spare change, we bought 2 cans of Coke.
Yeah, we sat all this coin and we said, let's use it. Mind you, we had cans of Coke galore on the ship. But anyway, we bought some more
Took
cans.
some home with us. Anyway, and we were quite proud of ourselves because we managed to use a vending machine.
Anyway, we were back at the ship, and
Very sad.
it was, but it was a fantastic day, which actually turned out to be our last stop in Japan. As soon as we got back, they announced that our next port at Kushiro had been cancelled.
That's right.
Oh God! Anyway, that was due to the port, the harbour master at the airport closing it because
It's nothing
of high
to do with
winds.
the captain. It
No,
was
because they said there were safety issues.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was a
right.
bit disappointing. I was looking forward to it, the last of the 10 seaports.
So now we have 9 sea days ahead of us, which will be very interesting. On concluding our Japanese leg of our cruise, we'd just like to mention a few things that we found might be a little bit helpful.
Yeah, a few little observations
if you go to Japan.
that we have.
That's right. Well, firstly, the people are so polite and so softly spoken, and they're always tilting their head for thank you.
Yes,
So
they
you-
bow all
they
the
bow,
time.
and you bow.
So
You're always
you bow
continually
back.
bowing back at them, and always with a smile on their face.
Yeah, learn a few little Japanese words as well. So it helps.
And the other thing too, we've noticed Japan is so clean. You'll never see any rubbish anywhere.
No, never.
Never see rubbish. And we even noticed that when we were on our tour buses, at the back of every seat in the pouch bit, there's plastic bags. So when any bit of rubbish that you have on you, you put it in your plastic bag and you take it with you.
And you take your rubbish with you. So we used to take it back to the ship.
That's right, because there's no rubbish bins either in Japan. It's the culture of the people is incredible. They just don't drop rubbish anywhere.
And thirdly, the toilets, and I'll let you explain the toilets because you found them amazing.
Oh, the toilets are incredible. Probably the cleanest, most amazing toilets.
And these are the public
ever.
toilets we're talking about. So.
Yeah, and you're sitting there and there's like a hand rail and it's got all buttons, and the buttons, you press one for a bit of a little spray, another one will give you a bigger spray, then you hit another button and it's sort of like warm air comes up. They're just incredible.
Yeah, incredibly clean.
Absolutely. So we don't normally like public toilets, but we made sure that we tried as many as we could when we were there. And also too, when you wash your hands, but they don't provide any dryers or anything.
No, so you're walking out like...
You see everyone walking out the toilet going like this, shaking all the water off. So that was quite interesting too. And the vending machines, Andrew.
Oh, the vending machines are everywhere. And, I've never seen so many vending machines, but they're replenished daily and everything. They've got these blue buttons for cold food and and there's red buttons for any hot food.
And they look like they sell like meals and everything.
Yeah.
And they're incredible.
And even hot coffee in a can.
That's right.
Yeah. Now remember our tour guide, she, our princess tour lady, she was amazed by herself.
That was on our very first stop. She came back, she said, everyone, I've got a hot coffee in a can. And we're like, oh, try it, quick, what's it like? And she said, oh, surprisingly really good.
Yeah.
She loved it, didn't she?
She did.
Anyway, look, we have loved every tour we've experienced in Japan.
Not one tour could we call it a dud. They were different in every way. We saw lots of castles and gardens, but some amazing other sights as well. So
we did. I think we experienced quite a diverse range of things in Japan.
Yeah.
And look, one day, if it's ever able to, we would absolutely love to come back.
Yeah, certainly.
Come back in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Yes. So stay tuned now because we have 9 sea days ahead of us. So we'll see what...
Crossing the international date line. So we've got some strategies that they employ about changing times and everything. It's quite amazing.
And also too, the weather is going to get remarkably colder because we're heading to...
We hope you enjoyed part 14 of our holiday of a lifetime. In our next video, we embark on 9 sea days, crossing the Bering Sea en route to Alaska. We detail what happens on a cruise ship when we cross the international date line.